Good morning, Toasters. I alluded to this, not even alluded, I spoke on this maybe a week ago about having stagnant energy, right? Having stagnant energy and how it cannot be good. You can get caught up and used to what used to be new is no longer new, and you're not having any circulating energy. You're not moving forward. I touched on that last week. And actually, I can talk about that, so eloquently because I fall into that a lot when it comes to friendships or living situations, right? So not professionally or intellectually, anything like that. But I like stability. So I've never been a guy who moved around a lot, even in my childhood, man. One home, man, I stayed there till I left at 17. And even as a grown man, I had stability as far as my living conditions. I never moved around a lot, just didn't. That was important to me to have stability. My kids knew where they were going. I knew where I was going, and that's the way I grew up, having stability as far as my living conditions. But, man, you got to move around sometimes, So me and the wife, Yaya, are moving into our new place, new home. We're leaving a home we've been at for 9 years, and we've been together 10, married 9. And hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, I feel a way, kind of. I feel a way. It's a change, getting out of my comfort zone, moving, and it's a big change. We're moving from our home of 9 years, man, to a high rise in Dallas. Never thought I'd do that, but for what I'm doing now, I'm gonna be doing a lot of traveling. It makes sense. It makes sense. And so at 45, man, got a high rise in Dallas. It's probably something people do in a younger age, but I got a different plan. So yeah, it's different. And I think I was holding on to the old place for several reasons, man. I raised my kids there for the majority of their lives. And, I just like comfort. I like stability. And so I plan on, leaving, getting a new place years ago. And life happens. But for the most part, man, I got comfortable. And so finally made that change. And yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I felt the way. I felt emotional, kind of. Yeah, and it reminds me of when I was in the military, man. I went to the military, and when I got back from AIT, basic training, AIT, I discovered that my mom had sold our childhood home, and nobody had an issue with it, only me. So I don't know if that's the Cancer zodiac sign in me. I'm sentimental, sensitive. I don't know what that is. I had a problem with it. I actually cried. I was like, man, how can you sell our childhood home? I really didn't understand that. And but technically it's her home. I was just, a child living there under her roof. But yeah, man, so even as a grown man, it's hard for me to adapt or adjust to change as far as living conditions. Because like I said, I never moved around a lot. I get used to a place, pay your bills, and you stay there, right? But yeah, so man, this is a change, and I don't know if I'll be recording. I'll try to record different places because the house is a mess, and so we'll see what happens. But yeah, don't be afraid to change. Don't be afraid to change. And when it hits you, when it hits your spirit to change, to adjust, man, do it before the universe, God, the all, has to make you adjust or change. Get ahead of it. When you feel it, it's in you, that fire's in you, do it, man, before you're forced. Because I've got stories about brothers being forced to make that change when, they really weren't ready, I guess. But it had been in their spirit for years or months, and the universe is like, hey, man, I've got to make a move now. You've been BSing. So now I got to force you to make a move. So yeah, you don't want to be forced to make a move, man. Just make that move, whatever it is, when it hits your spirit. Peace out.